Quit acting stupid. With
Bobby,
Sammy,
Rudy,
and
Andy.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I'm your host, Jamie Paredes, and joining me as always are my brothers, Bobby, Rudy, and Andy. Say hello, boys. That was the
Hello,
weirdest,
boys.
That was the weirdest.
I totally had to just anticipate when my name was being said because I could not hear the song at all.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm like,
Bobby can't hear the
when do I
drops.
come out? I'm like, this seems like about a right time to come out of the closet or come out of this thing.
Well, I left the logo on too long. And what's going on? What is that? What's going on? Hold on. Something's happening with
Sounds
the
like
sound.
somebody's doing dishes.
Is that you, Andrew?
no.
No, maybe it's a storm that's supposed to hit us outside.
That's true.
Pouring down, raining somewhere. Anyway,
Yeah, it could be. Anyway, I left the logo up too long because I accidentally took this one off in the corner, and instead of this one, and yeah. So anyway,
gotcha.
and I wanted to see how long Andrew could hold his sideways pose. So anyway,
Nice.
yeah, disaster of a start, guys.
Yeah,
You know what? That's
we're on
pretty much
fire.
a theme, though, isn't it? I mean, it seems like every week we start off pretty rough. Right?
Yeah, although I think some of the best conversations happen before we even start recording, or after when we get off.
Yeah, you can say that.
Like, I think your mini muffin story, Rudy, was had potential.
Yeah, so
Care to rehash?
Yeah. So I was at work and Macy was here and she was, getting ready she was gonna find breakfast or whatever. And I get this box of mini muffins at Sam's Club, and there's like however many in there, 30 something, 40 something. Maybe not 40. I don't know. There's a lot in there. It's a big Sam's Club box, and she loves those things. But she's been away. She's been out. She's been in California last week. She hasn't been at my house in a minute, and I don't know. She called me. She FaceTimed me while I was at work, and she's like, "Dad, I was eating the mini muffins. I had a bag of mini muffins, and they didn't taste good. And I looked, and they expired February 2nd." And she said, "So I threw them all away." And I'm like, "Excuse me? Like you did what? Like no, like get them all out of the trash. Like I'll look at
that doesn't make sense.
Home. I'll try them when I get home." Now, side note, I don't eat those, but I mean I will. I just don't eat those.
Don't get started. They're amazing. Don't
They're
even get
good.
started.
Have you seen how many calories are in that thing?
I try not
Whatever
to
just
look.
happened, by the way, with the sound. Oh, that was you. Gotcha. But anyway, so I had her pull them all out of the trash. I'm like, don't throw them away. Let me.
Oh, they were still in the wrapper.
Yeah. Well, the one bag she had opened I said, leave that there. But any of them that are unopened, get them out of the trash can. And so I took a bag with me to work the other day because I'm like, they're individually packed. Like they can't be that bad. It's not like they're green or something. Well, when I opened them at work, I'm like, I guess I'll have to eat these because she's not going to eat them. I looked and they were a little discolored. Maybe there was like a film on them almost.
They always have a film on them. On the top.
I guess I've never examined them, but they were almost like a crusty white film a little bit.
Could you have told her they were the confetti kind? The confetti ones that they have where it's like
no.
colored. So like the green mold could be like, no.
Yeah, it wasn't colored. It was they were the chocolate chip ones, but even the mold, it was just like a white. I don't know. So I tentatively took a bite.
Throw that part away.
I wonder if I can go get a bag and it would show on screen like what they are. Anyways, I ate one.
And
it tasted off. I wouldn't say it tasted bad. It tasted off. And there's only 4 muffins in a bag. There's not that many. And so I powered through them. I ate them all.
Eating them on what day? This week?
Yeah, I ate them. What's today? Tuesday. I probably ate them Sunday night.
Yeah, well, that's
March
disgusting.
30th.
March 30th, and they expired February 2nd, maybe. But
So
again,
nothing. It's nothing.
So 2 whole months.
there's natural preservatives that they put on these things to keep them fresh. I'm joking. I know that it's some kind of chemical that keeps them fresh longer. Whatever. That had gone stale. But anyways, I ate it. I got sick later. Like not sick, but my stomach, my tummy was a little upset. I had rumblies in my tumblies.
Your tum-tum?
Yeah, I don't know if it was from those, but I haven't had another bag since. Maybe I'll try one tonight. Because I also drink tons and tons of water at work, so then you get that waterlogged feeling kind of thing. So it could have been that combined with the I don't know. But you know,
I'm clearing stuff out of our pantry from like 2023. Now that stuff tastes a lot off, but I just power through it. You just throw it in a smoothie. You're good.
Throw it in a smoothie. I'm getting to the point where I just want to throw it away and buy new stuff. Like,
ooh, mira Richie Rich over here.
I knew you were going to say that, but I just don't like love. Today I forced myself to eat that Red Robin's burger I was telling you about the other day. There wasn't that much left, so it's like I almost stopped at like Taco Bell because I was kind of hungry, but I'm like, no, I've got that I need to eat, and I've also got 2 pieces of Red Baron pizza in the fridge, but those don't warm up good. They taste delicious out of the oven. They're crispy, but now it's going to be soggy if I put it in the microwave.
Oh, you poor thing.
Anywho,
I'll eat leftovers, but I'm with Rudy. There's a limit to how old things I'll eat.
Speaking of eating, does anybody have a picture of that sandwich that we were talking about this week?
We're gonna promote the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I could pull it up.
Can you pull it up? What was it? The uppercut KC?
Uppercut KC.
I didn't realize they moved. Weren't they located up by Nikki's Pizza?
Yeah, they used to be.
They used to be, and now they're over by Longboards.
Yeah. No, I can't. I don't know if I have the video, but
in Longboards and Liberty.
So yeah, for a long time, by the way, is my microphone any better, or do you still hear that sound?
You sound. I don't hear that sound anymore. You sound very good, like kind of loudish.
Okay.
Almost, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been screwing with it to try to get it. Anyway, they used to like always post like the best looking burgers ever in the world that you could imagine on Facebook, and I used to think, oh, we need to go there and get one, but they didn't. I learned then that they didn't make those in the restaurant. It was like they just sold the meat, and so it was kind of almost like here's what you can make with the meat that we sell you.
Right. That's kind of what I thought.
No,
yeah,
see,
so
I've been in there before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, they have the menu there. Like you can order it right there.
Okay. There's nowhere to sit in there, is there? I mean, maybe in their new location, but there wasn't before. You couldn't really. That's honestly, that's why I haven't been to the Italian Sausage Company. Like I was going to go there today. Parker was over here, and we were going to grab something to eat, and I was like, I don't know if you could sit down and eat there though. Like it looks like a garage.
You can now. I don't remember how long ago it was, but because they bought the space that was next to them.
Okay.
And then I think they expanded, or they just moved everything over to that space, and it was bigger. And so they do have indoor dining now. I mean, it's not a ton, but there's probably like 6 tables. There's probably like 6 tables in there.
Sure.
So can you guys see?
Before they used to have nothing. It used to just be that little storefront. Just the
right.
And that was it. Maybe some outdoor seating, but
sure.
Yeah, can you guys see what I pulled up?
Yes.
Lay off me! I'm starving.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't see the sandwich that we were talking about that we saw on Facebook, or was it Facebook or somewhere, some reel or something?
Yeah, it was Facebook. It was a prime rib sandwich.
What'd you say, Bob?
Yeah, I don't remember. Was it the prime time?
I don't know if it was the prime time, but it was a prime rib sandwich. So maybe that's it.
That triple burger looks friggin' amazing.
Yeah, go back to the triple burger. Hold on.
I don't even see it's falling out of that. Like, how would you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would need a knife and fork.
Yeah,
Like there's
no,
no
absolutely.
way you could pick that up.
This is what I want. This banging brisket. That just it looks like that bun is just like a top hat for all this cheesy meat
It's got a
goodness.
little got a little hat on it.
Like,
What does
yeah,
the Kelsey have on it? It looks like I can't really tell.
I don't
The
know.
Kelsey.
It looks like too much bread for me. I need more meat.
That's
Anyway, so anyway, yeah, that was
Wow.
something that we had kind of. It was kind of funny because I when I saw the video of it, I thought of you guys, and so and our cousin Jay, and I had to tag you guys in it, and of course, you guys got as excited as I did. So
Why did you guys put it off till next week? Why don't we do it this week?
I already went to Taco Tuesday today, so
I'm
Jamie's
out
tummy a little full, huh?
Where's your Taco Tuesday at?
Rancho
Your Taco
Grande.
Tuesday of choice. Rancho's a solid Taco Tuesday.
Although I'm a big Abelardo's guy too. The $5 or no, there are 5 tacos for like $6.99 or something.
Yeah, they're pretty good
That's-
as well.
That's pretty.
I gotta
good.
say, for many, gosh, over a year now, my Taco Tuesday, a little bit of a drive for you guys, but 75th and Warnell at the south of Summit. It's ridiculous. It's so good. I mean, they're little street tacos, but I mean, they're just so like, they put these little corn tortillas, and they put so much pastor on there that when you try to pick it up, like it's just, and their chips and salsa is delicious. So then you use the chips to scoop up everything that didn't make it in your mouth the first time. So good. It's so good. Mom and Dad used to go all the time. It's so much now that like the waiter there knows my name. Like he knows my order. He came up to me last time. He's like, are you doing a Dr. Pepper? Or are you still doing water? Like he knows me. And it's like, oh man.
You used to
yeah,
have that. We used to have that kind of clout at Cici's Pizza back in the day
on Nolan Road with Bobby. What was it? Do you know? You remember Bobby's last name?
Yeah.
He's a Mexican dude, and Dad seemed to know him. But was it just through us being at Cici's all the time?
I don't know, but
I feel like there was some sort of connection before
family
that.
related, yeah.
But I remember it had the vibe of like, when somebody recognizes you and you just kind of go with it. It's like, oh yeah, because Dad always seemed like he didn't know what the guy was talking about, or he didn't want to tell us like how he knew him or something.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good, man.
Our long lost brother,
Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby, you never made those Cici's Pizza Friday nights with us. Being
what are we
over
talking about? When, how long ago were we talking? Are you guys still living at home at this time, or what?
No, but Miranda was little because Miranda remembers it. Miranda we'd go every Friday. I mean,
this is between 2005 and 2008 ish, something like that, maybe.
I'd say even sooner. Right. I think I was in high school still, so
okay. So maybe
I don't know if Parker.
2008.
Yeah, I don't know if Parker and Manny were around. Maybe they were. Miranda remembers it very vividly. Going to Cici's Pizza literally every Friday night. It's crazy. But
anyway,
good times. Good times.
What else to do?
Anything
going on?
Yeah, should we end it?
What's that?
I said, should we end it? What's up? What were you gonna say?
I took today I had the pleasure of taking my child to the school book fair.
Hey!
Yes. So I knew it was coming up, and I picked her up today from school. Emily and Alicia were at her therapy, and so Avery's asking me if we can go to the book fair. I'm like, why don't your mom's gonna pick you up tomorrow? You guys want to do that tomorrow or whatever. And I'm thinking, no, because then I'm here now, so I have control over what she buys. I'm like, no, let's go to the book fair now. So I'm there to supervise. So we just
Daddy no.
Basically, yeah. So we pulled.
Well, because if Emily would have taken her, she would have bought all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we parked and went in, and I mean, it's a small school, small area, or whatever. I'm like, okay, there's some kids there acting crazy, whatever. I'm just like, all right, let's go look at some of these books. And I, I don't know what I was thinking, what I was expecting, because I'm like looking, oh, this looks like a book on your level that you could read, blah, blah, blah. Well, she's not interested in books. Like all this stuff is a book, like it's in book form, like a cover for a book, but it's really just a bunch of stickers. Or it's she finds this book, oh, she had to have. And I was like, why? And it was because on the front they put in plastic these two little My Little Pony things, and in it was like a book, but it wasn't a book. It opened up and it was like one of those pop-up books, and like a little play thing popped out. So it was like a stage for your little My Little. So I'm like, so it's not really a book at all. It really shouldn't be at the book fair. It's just toys. I'm like, no. And she was just like dead set on getting it, whatever. So I'm like, let's keep looking. And there was one that was just, it had, the cover of it had basically little slots for these shiny little rocks or gems or whatever the hell they were. And she's like, oh, I got to have this one. I'm like, no, it's not even a book. It's just a bunch of freaking rocks. Like they're going to be out in our yard in a week. Like it was just blowing me away. And so finally, like I'm stressed out because I'm like, okay, I didn't know this was going to take so long. I got to get back to work. I'm supposed to be working. We're supposed to be home. And so I'm like, all right, well, I finally, herded her over to the $3 table. And it was buy one, get one free. So, so she got 2 books, because, I'm a great dad and all. So we're waiting in line forever. Like all these kids are just acting crazy and they're taking forever to check out. And I mean, we were there a good 40 minutes and most of it was standing in line to check out. And I mean, there's not even a lot of people there, but whatever. So we get in to check out and she's like, can I get one of those teddy bear erasers, those smelly erasers? I'm like, and I'm like, all right, this is my chance to say yes.
Get her the damn eraser. Jesus.
Yes. It was 99 cents. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then when we get up there, finally, the lady's like, well, these are buy one, get one free. So, you can pick something else out. And I was like, or she's like, you can pick something else out that's equal or lesser value and you can get it free. Well, of course she picks the $1.99 thing. And so now that's the more expensive one. So I'm like, fine, whatever. Anyway, I got out of there with only paying like $7.
Because I don't have money.
We got like 2 books and like 2 of these little junky erasers or whatever. Oh, and
that's insane. That's insane.
But it wasn't about the money. It was just how stupid these things were. Like they were just stupid things.
But to her, do you remember going to the book fair?
What's that?
Do you remember going to the book fair when you were a kid? Like,
no, I don't.
Yes, I want the book with the real shark tooth in it. Like, yeah,
that's funny because I was one of the ones she eyeballed. Was the one with the shark tooth in it.
Yeah, it's all stupid, but all the other kids in class are going to get them, and she's going to be the poor nerd that doesn't have it. That's insane. That's literally because Macy does the same thing, or she used to. Can I get this? I want this, and I was a little bit. As long as you get like one book at least, get a book, and then we can get this how to draw sharks or whatever. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man,
you're gonna learn not to buy stupid stuff early in life, right? I mean, like
but I think what you're teaching them is, man, when I was little, my dad never bought any of this stuff for me, so I'm gonna buy all of it. I'm gonna buy when I have kids and she goes to the book fair. I'm gonna spend $40 because we're getting the shark tooth book. We're getting 2, Mr. Underpants or whatever.
That's Mr. Underpants, Captain Underpants.
He is a captain, sir. He is.
He earned that title.
Reached a level of rank.
What's the dog man? The dog man cop or whatever they mean.
I think when she's a parent and she has kids, she's going to be like, "No, this is stupid. My dad showed me how stupid this stuff is."
No,
wrong. She wanted
because she doesn't know how stupid it is because you haven't bought her any of it. She still thinks it's the coolest thing in the world because you haven't bought it.
I'm with Rudy here. She's going to be like, man, my dad never let me he never let me have any of this stuff. So now all my kids are getting whatever they want. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
She wanted one of those pointer fingers. Those little pointers that Vanessa had over the weekend at Mom's house.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted one of those. No. Like it's going to be in our garage sale here in a couple of days. No.
Oh,
you see all the garage sale stuff behind me?
No.
Yeah, anyway. All the stuff I've ever bought Macy at a book fair is probably in a box in that room back there. Like, yeah, I mean, she plays with it for, or she carries it around for like a week or two, and then there's little things like $2. I mean, come on, in the grand scheme of things, you bet 20 times that much on the Royals game tonight, or what? Like, you waste money way more than it's $2.
I really don't. Don't.
Didn't you think that maybe just going in with a negotiating tactic? Hey, if you get this one where you actually need to sit down and read it, I will let you pick out something that you want, even if it's junk, stupid. I mean, yeah, it's
because it's still buying something stupid. I mean, I don't know. You should have saw this stuff. I mean,
yeah, I know what kind of stuff it is. It's stuff that's all going to be in the trash within the next 30 days. The point is that's not the point.
So like I asked my daughter when we get in there, okay, what's the book everybody's buying? Like, what's the one we got to get it because it's going to sell out. Like, what I want you to have that one for sure.
So then you can sell it for more money later, or
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Book fair.
Go ahead. What, Bob?
Would it surprise you guys at all to know that I actually still have some of those books that I got at the book fair back in Holy Cross?
What? Like what?
Like what?
So like I want to say it was 1982. So I would have been about 8 years old. I don't know what that puts you in, third grade. Yeah, there were some books about NFL's best receivers, 1982, and it's got Dwight Clark and just a bunch of dudes that played back then. And yeah, it was. I'll have to find.
You read it every now and then, or what? I mean,
don't ask me why I'm still saving it. There was a period of time where I saved literally everything because I felt like everything was sentimental, and it all had sentimental attachment.
It's called being a hoarder.
Probably, no? Yeah. My wife would agree with that.
I've got Danny and the Dinosaur back there on that shelf. So. Macy read it to her class in like third grade or something. Maybe. Huh. I don't know. She was telling me about it. I was telling her how important it was. Like, this was one of my favorite books as a kid growing up. She's like, oh, that one? She's like, yeah, I took it to school and read it to the class. Like, I was so proud. But now I just
check out the big brain on bread.
We got to find I wish I had duck feet now.
I got it in my house.
You got it? Okay.
Well, actually, I think that's my copy that I bought online. Anyway, I have a copy of it. I don't know if I have our original one, but yeah.
I do remember when I went to the book fair. So like with the book fair at Macy School, and I'm sure it's like this where Avery goes, but you get to put money. Like I could just sign in and put money into a digital account.
Yeah.
That she can go and buy stuff.
Yeah. She has to do that.
Yeah. And so I think Macy would get like money from her mom, and then she would also get money from me. So she would have like tons of money to spend at this book fair. And like when I go to pick her up, she came in and one year she bought a Mizzou poster because I think it was almost like that was her way of thanking me. Like, look, Dad, I got you this. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I was pretty proud of her. I'm like, thank you.
Avery asked me if I could, this is how it all got started. She asked me if I could put money in her something wallet, her whatever.
Yeah, her wallet. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not just going to put money somewhere where you can just spend it like on whatever. Cause like and I think she did get she might've gotten the poor rap because one of her friends, she said, so-and-so got me a bookmark from the book fair. And I was like, oh, okay. So where are they
buying? They're buying stuff for her because they feel bad for her.
Yeah, they feel bad that she's the poor kid. I mean, you said it yourself. You took one of her friends to Disney on Ice, and the friend offered to buy her something. Like, your dad's here, but I'll buy you something with my money that I have because your dad won't buy you anything. Crazy.
Well, we go after the event, and hey,
I'll go.
that's how it was.
I'll go.
Hey, look, you sit down. You're not getting nothing. Don't ask for nothing, and we'll go to Wendy's after the
and get a 99-cent Frosty. Oh my God!
It's smart,
dude.
How did you get that way?
You are a professional. You and your wife make good living. Each make a good living. I mean,
yes.
Why are you so stingy?
Yeah, how did you get that way?
You can spend the money on your kids. It's okay. It's okay.
This is now turned into an intervention. This is turned into
a therapy session. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have a thing. It's not about not spending money. It's not spending money on stupid stuff.
It's stupid to you, but what about what she thinks? All she's going to remember is my dad never let me have anything. Is that the memory of you that you want her to have?
Hey, all these toys behind me that are going to be sold in our garage sale, they would state something entirely different.
Do you think that Dad thought the Evel Knievel stunt cycle was like the coolest thing in the world and we should have it? I'm sure he thought it was dumb, but we loved it.
Dad, if you're listening, how many times do you think we used that weight bench that you bought us that was sitting in our old basement of our old house in Northeast? Do you remember that?
That was mainly because they put it in the basement at our house in Northeast.
There were spiders down there.
Nobody wanted to go in that basement. Yeah.
There were water bugs down there. Gross.
Dead things, Mikey. Dead things.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. All the Star Wars we had, you think Dad thought, hey, these are pretty cool. Let's get these for the kid. No, it's all stupid to the adult. But that's crazy.
Most of that stuff is not going to be around forever. I mean, how many things do we wipe our tail with? And it's in pieces, and before we know it, it's in yellow trash bags and it's being thrown away. So I mean, it's.
Give me the sign on to her digital wallet. I'll put some money in there.
You put some money in.
Forget that $5.29 money. I want to give these kids money for their book fairs,
where she can spend it without her dad's intervention.
Spend it now.
Spend it at the book fair to get anything but a book. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. It's false advertising.
So
you go and get a book, and then you can get yourself something real nice.
Something real nice.
Real nice.
So going into the book fair, what was your parameters? Like, we're going to spend no more than $10, or we've got to get 2 books. Did you have like a?
I guess I can't even comprehend what a new book would cost. Like, are they going to be all $10 books? Are they going to be $2?
Dying.
I don't know. What's that?
Publishing's dying. So.
Publishing's dying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That
over my head. The more I repeat it, the less funnier it got. So I just
no, it started out pretty unfunny. But yeah, I don't know I didn't know what I expected. But ideally I probably would have said between $10 and $15. Because I'm sure yeah, I think so. I think that would have been
I think I draw a $20 limit and go from there. I mean, but Macy also, she does like to get books to read. She will read, like, she's 5th grade, so whatever. She likes it. She enjoys reading.
Now, see, if Avery comes up to me with $20 worth of books in her hands,
with big old Cicis, if Avery comes up to you with 2 big old Cicis,
that's your need.
For everyone listening, Jamie held his hands up at his chest as if he were cupping breasts.
Yeah, because it couldn't be that I was carrying books anyway.
No. That is, nobody carries books at their chin.
What is wrong with you? Anyway, back to my daughter. Yeah, if she came up carrying $20 worth of books, I'd be like, look, Mija, we can put those books back. And we can go hit Andy's Frozen Custard and get like a large. I'd be like, yeah, I mean,
freaking jumbos.
That sounds
much better.
And I'll let you have the cherry on top.
Exactly.
No,
think I
because
won
the
this
next day at school, the kids are all going to be like, "Oh, did you get the, Super Fudge book that Judy Blume's latest?" And Avery's going to be like,
Dad wouldn't let me.
I don't have nothing at all. That's
But
terrible,
my dad
man.
took me to get ice cream. No?
They're going to be like, so what? My dad does that all the time. Where'd you get ice cream? Oh, a Frosty at Wendy's? Pass.
He didn't
We
even
go to
let you
Cold
have a
Stone. We go to Cold Stone and gotta have it,
She tells all the kids at school, yeah, my dad's got the little keychain thing that gets him a 99-cent.
I'm gonna start being like Ann Helen with your kids and like give them $1 when I see them. Here you go. Take that to the book.
Don't tell your dad. Yep, that's exactly what we need.
Don't tell your dad. Yeah. So
Nice.
that's terrible.
Before you know
I
it,
feel
you're gonna find like $20 in our room. Where'd you get all this? Uncle Bobby and Uncle Rudy have been giving me.
Yep. That's terrible.
Well, yeah. So that was my day at the book fair. It was something else. Anyway,
My day at the book fair. What else is going on, fellas?
You guys mowed yet?
did I who?
Have we-
You
Did
mowed
what?
the yard.
No, I just called to have my mower serviced, so they're gonna come pick it
mowed.
up. Yeah, they're gonna come pick it up next week, so I won't be able to mow until after next week.
Yeah,
So
I've done it 3 times already.
Anyway, yeah.
You've mowed your yard 3 times?
Twice.
Tonight was my second time.
Well, see, here's the thing too, is now, so back when, like last fall, I had just got my yard, aerated, seeded, the whole deal. And then the city had to come and dig up my front yard. And so they put it back together like they were wiping their ass. Like it's all lumpy and crappy. And then they threw birdseed down like it was, I don't know what, but when I say birdseed, I mean grass seed. They threw it down and it just grew back. Like some of it's like that fast rising stuff. And so it's like all like uneven. So I have to keep cutting it just to get it to not look just completely disgusting. And yeah, so I'm pretty irritated about that.
So let me take the conversation a little different direction. If you guys, I mean, I don't know how long it takes you guys to mow, but if you're out there mowing your yard, I assume maybe you guys are listening to music or something, but what goes through your mind when you're mowing? Like I've got, when I mow the front and the back together, I'm out there for an hour plus. So it's an hour and a half, maybe. So I'm out there a long time, just pushing the mower. What goes through your mind when you're mowing? I mean, do you have anything basically it's just you and your thoughts, right? I mean, so.
I usually have a beer with me.
While you're mowing, because you got a rider though, right?
Yeah, I got a cup holder there, got a rider,
Yeah,
got
what's that like to be rich?
It's like having 5 books from the book fair, like, and you don't know what to do with them. Yeah, I got my beer, got my music in my headphones. I don't know, just enjoy the outdoors, man.
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
People I grew up with. I don't know why. Every time I go out there to mow,
you think about people you grew up with?
Yes, and it's weird. It's now gotten to the point where every time I go out and mow, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try not to think about so and so. I'm gonna try not to think about them, and then there it is.
Well, let's have it. Who are we thinking about there, Tiger?
Yeah, probably ought to leave that.
Well, you brought it up. I mean,
I could tell you the worst way to not think of someone is to think before. Oh, I shouldn't think of this person.
Yes,
I shouldn't think of this person.
I mean, I don't know. I just didn't know what went through your minds when you're out there.
So what is John Doe? Like, what do you think about them? Like, man, that boy,
nothing in particular. Just. Yeah.
When he would get all sweaty.
No,
and,
I think it's John Deere.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what.
I see, because you're mowing. I get it.
Yeah. Is it? Do you think it's the smell of the grass? Does that remind you of childhood, of a baseball game
I
or a
love the
football
smell of
game?
wet.
Or
I love the smell of grass, but no, that does not. I don't. That's not it either. I don't know what it is.
It smells like
You
a
can do
skunk.
therapy. It might help
Are
out.
you kidding? Mowing my yard is free therapy. I'm just sitting there thinking for the hour and a half that I'm pushing that thing. And that is pretty dumb. Is I've got a yard just probably as big as Rudy's, if not bigger. I think we had this conversation once before, but I push mine, so I'm out there a lot.
I feel like yours is tiny compared to mine.
All right, but that's beside the point. But I mean, you get yours done pretty quickly, though, right? So you're not even out there that long.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Mine takes a while. Even with the rider,
snag his skirt, so he has the riding lawnmower.
Even with the rider, it takes a while. It's a big yard, man.
Yeah.
You got the fire pit up there. It takes a while. And my front yard has a lot of trees, so I'm doing a lot of maneuvering and whatnot. So it takes a while. I enjoy it. That's like my time during the week where it's like, yeah, I can just put my headphones on, nobody's bothering me, and let's roll. Let's have a beer.
Yeah.
I wish I had 2 cup holders so I could have more than 1 beer, but
I get that way. I get that way when I'm edging. Oh man, no.
That's the worst part. You got to use muscles to do that and hold it. No, it's terrible.
To get that straight edge. Oh man, like what?
I mean, the high of getting it. We're really talking about mowing lawns right now, like an old kid man.
I realized this about 4 or 5 minutes ago. I just turned us on to the worst topic ever.
That's terrible. Can I say something real quick? That's not on any topic. I'm washing clothes.
What the hell is in your eye?
Yeah, I'm washing clothes like I do every week, but I just started a load of whites, and I think I put way too much bleach in that washing machine because it is burning my eyes sitting out here. Like, it's terrible. Do you guys put bleach in your whites?
Yeah. And the worst is when you wear, or like I'll get Avery's white school shirt out to put it on her for uniform shirt, and it just smells of like bleach, like so strong. I'm like, I put a little too much in that.
Terrible.
I don't put bleaches. I don't bleach my whites because I don't have caca stains in my underwear anymore. I grew out of that at like age 10.
So you still wear tidy whities, is what you're saying?
I guess I should have prefaced that statement by saying, yes, I don't wear tidy whities anymore. But
seems like you do. Funny story.
Now I get the tidy whities that are black, so that way you can't see the caca stains.
Oh my God. Funny story. I've got one of those Roombas. That vacuums the area, and I got to run it like usually once a day because of the dog. But I normally shut off like Manny's door because there's cords on the floor. And then I shut off Macy's door and I shut off the bathroom. But this time I'm like, no, this Roomba needs to go in to all the rooms, get under the beds and stuff. So I let them all open, right? And then I left the house and I came back home and it was dragging a pair of dirty calzones. Oh, it was hilarious. And I mean, my kids don't really watch the show, so I won't say who, but it's just dragging the little dirty calzones all over the house.
They weren't even your calzones, huh?
No, they were not mine. I'm like, what? Were those under a bed or something? Like, how did they? And they might be. There's all kinds of, Macy, I found socks of hers everywhere.
That's when you should have got your phone out and recorded that.
I should have. It was hilarious. But anyway, put way too much bleach. So, I forgot what we were talking about. But
I can't tell if you're a hostage and you're trying to tell me something or what.
No. We're talking about mowing. Oh, I know you were talking about how you think of people from your past or whatever. And Andrew mentioned freshly cut grass and stuff and baseball. I went to the home opener last week, and I was going to meet up with. I had talked with Vito Peixoto earlier in the week prior, and I was going to meet up with him. He was having a little tailgate, but it's hard because I wasn't going to tailgate to eat. I ate before I came. I just wanted to see people and chat with them. I brought my own beer, so I was carrying around a beer in the parking lot. Actually, I had 2 beers. And so I wasn't going to eat, but I didn't want to really show up to a tailgate and be like, because honestly, if there was food there, I probably would have eaten it. They would have offered, I'm sure. And then, but anyways, I went to lot J where they were at, and I walked. I searched. I didn't search for him too. I was texting him, but also opening day. I don't know if he's looking at his texts or whatever. But I never met up with him. But I saw later on Facebook that their tailgate Eli was there, and I was like, oh, I would have loved Eli and Julie. Vito's married to Stacy, and so I knew I would have seen Stacy there, but Vito or Eli and Julie were there, so that would have been cool to meet up with them and just catch up.
But you
never connected with them. No. We just went. We wanted to get in and see the opening ceremonies with Lorenzo Cain and Willie Wilson throwing out the first pitch and that kind of stuff. So we got in there a little bit early, but yeah.
Can I a little bit of a throwback to last week when we were talking about the Royals Hall of Fame? So I had took it upon myself to look up some stats. I wanted to do like a blind resume thing with you guys and see which one maybe who you would think would be more likely to be the Royals Hall of Famer.
Okay.
So player A. Now here's the deal. The two players that I'm comparing played. One played 14 seasons, the other played 7. So it's different. So these numbers are averaged over 162 games. Okay, so it's basically for if they played a whole season.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So player A, the 162 game average would be 13 homers, 65 RBIs, 9 steals, 264 batting average. All right.
So are you asking us which player is better or which one?
Yeah, which one
more deserving of a Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
They play in the same era.
Pretty close. They're off by 2. Well, like I said, they played a different amount of years. So we're talking 2005 to about 2020, like in there somewhere.
All right.
So over 162 games, 13 homers, 65 RBIs, 9 steals, 264 average. Player B would be 18 homers, 69 RBIs, 10 steals, 257 average.
Can I
About
vote
the same,
for
right?
Neither of them?
About
They're
the
very
same.
similar.
The numbers are very similar. Yes.
Yeah.
So
player B is probably more deserving. If those are my only two choices.
they both kind of suck. This is kind of what I was getting from you, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
Okay. You want to do you want to hear who these people are?
Yeah, who is player A?
Player A was
player A
one.
is Alex Gordon.
No, it is not. It is one Mark Tian.
Oh my!
From played with the Royals from 2005 to 2011. So he only played 7 years. Well, he only played in the league for 7 years. He was only with the Royals for like 5. But yeah, he over 162 games, 13 homers, 65 RBIs, 9 steals, 264 average.
These are average. These are all averages. When you say over 162 games, it's the average.
Yeah. And so Alex Gordon played from 07 to 2020, had a 18 homers, 69 RBIs, 10 steals, and 257 average. It's pretty similar stats, it sounds like. So basically, I'm saying all this to say that I was right last week when I said that Alex Gordon was very meh.
I disagree. I think when you're comparing a 14-year career to 7-year career, regardless of whether you do the average or not, that tells you a big difference in the players. Somebody played 14 seasons of Major League Baseball compared to someone who played 5 to 7.
That tells me that the club invested a lot in him as a first-round pick. Yes. So they kept him around longer.
They had a longer leash with him. Sure, I would agree with that.
So Jamie's right. Thank you. Go on.
I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
Because I mean, again, you're comparing when you compare those two careers, looking at 7-year guy who didn't do anything, Alex Gordon was at least a 3-time All-Star, 4 or 5-time gold. What was it? Maybe even 7 Gold Gloves. I don't know, something up there.
Did
Platinum
any of those
award,
numbers
like
scream
much
All-Star?
more World Series ring? I mean, what do you mean? He made 3 consecutive All-Star games?
But did any of those numbers I mentioned, did they scream All-Star?
I mean, I'm just telling you, he made 3 All-Star games in 3 years when the Royals had multiple All-Stars, not just like some random guy to make teams.
You left his Gold Gloves off of your.
Yeah, I mean, you're leaving a lot off the table.
That's a very selective stat reading that you gave us. You gave us the stats that you wanted us to hear, but you didn't.
Offensive stats, yes. Offensive stats.
No,
but,
it's not.
I'm with you.
There's more phases to the game than offense. There's more phases to the game.
I think you two, Bobby and Jamie, are proving that you just, as the kids say, you don't know ball. I mean, these this doesn't make any sense. Like that just proves your ignorance. But
one person's opinion.
Baseball is life. No,
you are what the back of your baseball card says you are.
And there's a difference between a 14-year major league veteran and a guy who didn't make it 7.
Yeah.
Anyway,
literally half the length of that. I just thought I'd lay that
out. Alex Gordon also hit a home run to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th in the World Series. So no, I'm not going to go with you there, brother.
No, you can't.
I'm in your corner.
All right.
I see what you're saying.
The 2 old balls is what we call them.
Anyway, all right. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Anyway, so
right back.
What else is going on? Anything?
My daughter lost her first tooth today.
Oh, yes.
Hey!
Yeah,
now I'm going to tell you something. Be prepared. She will never ever look like she did yesterday ever again.
I'd been thinking about that for the last couple of weeks. Once she realized that they were starting to get loose, and there's 2 of them. There's 2 that are loose on the bottom. Only 1 fell out today. But I remember thinking that, like, we've taken a lot of pictures with our trips the last couple of weeks, and I just remember every smile, just thinking, pretty soon it's not gonna look like that anymore. For a while, there's always gonna be one, at least one missing. I feel like.
Did she cry? Was she scared?
No, I asked her. She didn't give me the answer on that. It happened at school, and so
okay.
We had been trying to kind of give her an idea of what was going to happen. We've been talking about it a lot because she's been playing with it. She knows it was loose. I even told her last night. I think I said, "Now there might be a little bit of blood. Like, don't be scared." But as soon as I said blood, she was like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, it'll be fine." So we did our best to kind of prepare her for it. And even this morning at breakfast here, she said, "Dad, I did something that feels looser or something." I was like, "Okay, whatever, And then first
whatever.
I love that story.
And then get my socks on, kid.
Literally, that's what was happening. And and then the first meal she had at school today, she chomped and then it was gone. And so they got it though. They found it.
Was there a lot of blood? Was there a lot of blood, like you said?
The teachers didn't say. Nobody said anything about it, so I guess not.
She didn't talk about it.
No, I mean she was excited about it. She was really excited to show us and to tell us all about it. But she didn't. I even asked her. I said, "What was it like? What happened?" And she didn't give us many details there. So I'm assuming it was all right.
So let me ask you, what is the Tooth Fairy's going rate these days for a tooth, for the first tooth?
Well, I'm thinking on Bluey. Bluey got $5.
Man,
Dang.
fuck Bluey. That's crazy.
Well,
Is that too much, too low? I don't know. I don't know that reaction.
Too much.
Too much.
Dude,
Okay.
I will give her 100 because I'm just going to take it back anyway. Like, what's she going to do with it? I'm going to take it back. I mean,
apparently she's not going to spend it at the book fair.
Wait, time out. Because I had one question for Andrew, but now Jamie has directed me. You take your kids' Tooth Fairy money back?
She doesn't know. What is
she going to use it? Take her to Target to buy a little spider ring or something. I don't know, but it's her Tooth Fairy money. My mind is blown right now.
Yeah, well, hold on. I guess I overlooked that. You steal her money back that the Tooth Fairy gives her?
What is she going to do with it? She gets whatever she wants
Spend
anyway when
it.
she goes to Target. Like,
Apparently
she'll
not
just
at the
go
book fair.
somewhere.
She doesn't get whatever she wants.
No, because that's with me. But when she goes to Target with Emily, she comes home with something anyway every time. So her money is my money on the credit card. That's her money. What's she gonna do with cash?
Take her. Hey, let's go use your tooth fairy
credit
money,
card.
and
Or I mean, she doesn't have it, but
you take her with her dollar, and let's go buy a ring pop with your dollar that you got.
She bought it.
my girl ain't gonna be my daughter ain't gonna be entertained by no ring pop. She's gonna be like, "What Monster High doll can I get with $1, Dad? What Monster High doll can I get with $5?"
Come on. Walk her over. Okay, so see where it says $19 or $28, then you get 28 more of those.
Yeah, when you lose the rest of your teeth, then you got enough. No, so you buy her. There's a lot of BS in the little, like the baseball card aisle, like little monitos or whatnot. You got monito stands at your house.
He's saying she wouldn't like that. She wouldn't be interested in that.
Bobby, did you catch my monito stand on Jenny?
I heard monito stand.
Okay.
Danny Spivey.
Danny Spivey. Inside joke. Inside baseball. But yeah, they got little monitos in that aisle that she could go buy. And probably not for $1.
To buy more junk, is what you're saying. Stuff that she won't use. Then basically I would say, okay, dear, here's the $1. Give me the junk, and I'll just put it in the trash can. We'll eliminate the middleman. Like, we won't even pretend that you're going to play with it. We'll just put it in the trash can immediately.
She's going to have hours of joy with that, whatever she's bought. Hours, yeah, because eventually it'll wear out and it'll be in the trash. But yeah, we know that.
Your kids obviously have a favorite parent, and it's not you.
Okay, so she's got all these drawings, all these drawings over the winter when they didn't have outside recess, they had inside recess. She'd make all these tons and tons of drawings she'd bring home. And just put it right in the recycle. I mean, she ain't gonna do anything. Like, she would bring home paper plates. She would bring home paper plates from like art or whatever. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna make a this and I'm gonna make a that. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm just gonna put this right in the recycle because you're not. It's just gonna sit on my dinner table like for a week. Like, no, you're not gonna do any of that. You're gonna say you're gonna do it, but you're not gonna do it. So it just goes in the recycle.
You know why she can't do it?
But that
can't do it. She can't find it because Dad put it in the recycle bin. That's why she can't do it.
She wouldn't do it.
It's hard to fathom that the moment, the little bit of excitement that she gets from it, the smile on her face, you don't deem that worthy of spending $3 on, or whatever.
Are we talking about getting some piece of junk at Target?
It doesn't. At this point, it doesn't matter. It's a piece of junk at the fair, the piece of junk at the Target. It doesn't matter. It seems to me like as soon as you deem something junk, it's not worth the happiness it could bring your daughter. Is that fair? Once you've deemed it junk, I don't know what Rudy's showing us.
Yeah, it's just junk. Like, it doesn't even make her happy because it's junk.
Just get her
It makes her happy just because it only makes her happy for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. Yeah, you're a joy killer.
Whatever. Hey, this girl has everything she could possibly want in her room right now, so I think she's doing all right. What is that? Happy 4th of July. What? Oh, this is stuff your kid made? I've seen them finger paintings.
I don't think he.
My plan was to show you guys.
Is that the artwork that was in your car that the woman thought was yours?
What the hell is that?
I don't even know.
Mashed potatoes?
Oh, like I think I was holding it upside down.
Oh, no, it's still, you can't tell what it is.
This is from Miranda, for God's sakes.
Oh my God,
she's 27 years old.
Dude, we're talking about Bobby being a hoarder.
You just throw the shit. Oh, you talk about paper plates.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
These are paper plates that haven't been made into anything yet. Like, if she brings home stuff that she made, yeah, we keep it. But this
I thought you were saying you were throwing her shit away.
No, like, she would bring home paper plates. Like, I'm gonna make a something. I'm gonna make a dragon out of this. No, you're not. I'm just throw it away.
I'm surprised, knowing you, Jamie. I'm surprised you didn't put those with your unused paper plates, and you were gonna use it later.
There's no telling what's in her backpack. Yeah.
Why don't you lead the charge and do the activity with her and make her help her with her paper plates?
Hey, I read with this girl every night. I put my time in. What is that? That looks like an actual heart.
What is that?
It's from Miranda.
Shit,
It's funny because I brought this folder out and I'm like, I'm going to show them all these
What is
hunger
that?
to Uncle Bobby from Manny. You went to his hunger lunch.
yes, I did. Still have it.
My plan was to bring these folders out and show you, but the first few things I pulled out all said to mom, to my best mom. Look at Manny.
Did you know that 1 in 6 people suffer from malnutrition? That
You sound like a
there
gay.
you go.
All right. Well, you get the point. I save all my kids' stuff.
Oh, I do too. I have tons of this stuff. So yeah, no,
I guess
I
I
have all that.
misunderstood you. So that was all for naught.
Yeah.
My bad.
yeah.
Sorry.
We went all that direction for nothing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought we
no,
had
I'm
something.
talking about drawings as in like just like a big smiley face or whatever drawing or drew a mermaid, not like actual art projects. That stuff. I'll keep.
So I guess I was going to mention this a while ago. We got so far off there, but talking about kids spending money on dumb things. Here's something. We went to the movies last week, just me and Vanessa, because they were on spring break. So after it was over, she saw the arcade machines there. There's only like a handful of them there, but it's like, okay, maybe on the way out, because she did have $1, and kind of like you were saying, it was $1 that Grandma gave her for picking up some sticks or something, helping her out with some stuff at
I'll
the
pick
house.
up these sticks.
It's cuter when she does it. So anyway, and it's funny because she did that and Mom gave her $1, and I don't know if it's the dollar that inspired her, but then she was picking up sticks at Kaylee's mom's house and at Kaylee's dad's house. Like, it was her idea. Like, you have any sticks we can go pick up? You know, that kind of thing. But anyway, point is, so she had $1. She had $1. You can't buy, like you said, like there's no Monster High dollar. There's no, whatever that she can buy with $1. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll keep it in my wallet for whenever. So I thought, okay, you want to play one of these games? Let's do it. Whatever. It's our day out. Every one of these machines, whether it was a claw machine or a racing car or whatever, they all cost $1 exactly. I was like, okay, well, I guess you're gonna do one thing once. So I got the coins, and it's not even, it's one of those ones where I have to put the dollar in the machine to get tokens to put in the thing. So tokens I can't take anywhere else. It's not like a quarter system here. I go to the one that she wants is the driving game. There's 2 of them next to each other. One is broken. One is like completely out. So there's only one choice here. We get in, I put it in. I do not pay attention to how many credits are already on there. So I start putting in my coins. After 2, thinking I got to put in all 4 of them. After 2, things ready to go. So I realized, like, oh, I didn't have to put in. I probably only had to put in 1, and maybe it was ready to go the whole time. I don't know, but I felt ripped off right away because I started putting coins in there that I didn't need to. Hit start, turn the wheel. I can't change it. I can't change the car. I can't change the track. I can't change it from manual to automatic. So I can't pick anything. So we just start it. And it's just nothing. I mean, the game goes, we can't drive it at all because we're just kind of like, going a little. It's the worst. Like, when like 10 seconds into this, it's like, oh, this is a waste of time and money. Like, we're not doing anything here. And then, of course, we're done. I was like, I only have two tokens left. I can't do anything else. It didn't occur to me until I got home and complained about it to Kaylee. And I probably could have just gone over to the customer service people and said, hey, that thing ripped me off. I need my money back or something. And they would have given me $1.
You would have
Didn't even think about that. Well, no, it did rip me off. It took 2 of my quarters, and I couldn't play, and I couldn't do it.
Oh,
so yeah. But anyway, I just remember thinking, like, what a kick in the balls, because it was $1 I didn't need to spend. It was her $1. I felt bad for her. I was like, I spent your money on this, and it, I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah. Then the claw machine has taken many coins of ours.
And at least that's like a game that you're like active in. Like I could win something. Like a little racing game is fun for a little bit, but it's especially when you can't do anything.
I remember I taught Macy a lesson at this power play up here years and years ago. I think it was Macy. And I'm like, because she always wants to do the claw machine. I'm like, those are terrible. They're fake. No, they're rigged. No one can win. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, and then we turned around, and then she saw this one guy walking around with like 3, but and she's like, well, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't win, I guess. Like
that claw machine, we were at like a skating rink, and they had one of those things there. And so this kid was there with her mom, and the kid was just like a brat. You could tell. And she was like, wanting to play so bad, she was throwing a fit, whatever. So the mom stuck in a quarter and, trying to win something and lost. And so the kid's like, and then so she stuck in another quarter and did it again and lost. And she's like, again, like even worse, throwing a big fit. And then so the mom put in another quarter, lost again. And she's going, I'm like, and so I'm sitting there with Alicia. We're just sitting at one of those driving games. She's not playing. She just thinks she is or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, if I have to hear this kid, because I knew as soon as she put that quarter in, I'm like, here it comes. And sure enough, it would drop, it would get it. Or one of them would came close and picked it up a little bit and then drop it. And so the kid's like, I'm like, oh my God, dude, I wanted to punch this kid. I'm like, lady, I'm thinking to myself, just stop. It was awful. It was the worst.
That's the worst part about the claw machine, because you could actually get it picked up. And you know that feeling of elation of just like, oh, there it is, I got it. But then it hits that, or as soon as it starts moving, and it just jars loose, and it's like, oh, mother.
Yeah. So that's no fun.
No.
But anyway,
kind of I don't know why this reminded me of it. I guess the jerkiness of it. But when I was riding those roller coasters at Disney World, it hit me that sometimes the worst part of the roller coaster isn't the big, whatever. It's when you stop. There's two times it happens on every, and I realize it happens on every roller coaster ride. You're going, and you get to the first time you have to go up an incline. You start going, but then you just kind of stop and go back. Do you ever, what I'm talking about? You go up a little bit, and then it stops because it has to slowly go.
Oh yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you guys don't know what I'm talking about. The other part is at the end of it.
Did he freeze?
I think he froze.
Okay, are you back?
Yeah, we're back.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. And the other time is at the very end of the ride when you're going and going and going, and then you just stop. But there's a hard stop that everybody. And I don't know. It's noticeable on every ride twice. It's those 2 moments at the very beginning and at the very end.
The second one, I know what you're talking about. The first one,
and you never really see him come. Well, you would know what I'm talking about. I would point it out to you because every ride, you leave the station and it starts to go a little fast, but it's got to get to an incline. And when it gets to that incline, it's got to stop and slowly go up.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's you don't think about it every time, but it happens on every ride. And it's always it always pops my back. I can always count on it for that.
I've never ridden a roller coaster, so I don't. You've lost me on this. So
is that a challenge?
Do we know this?
I think we've.
Oh yeah, we definitely know this.
Yeah.
And I will go the rest of my life without ever having ridden one.
There's nothing that could get you on a roller coaster at this point, huh?
Nah, but we've talked. This is old hat. No, I make plenty of money. I don't
name your price. What would it take? To the point where you'd be I'd be a fool for turning it down.
I'm not. There could be nothing. I mean, I guess if somebody said, "I'll give you $1 million," I don't think I would get on there for 800,000. I don't.
So if somebody offers you 10,000,
that's what she said.
15,000 cash. You ride the roller coaster, and we'll give you 15,000 cash. You'd be like,
"Yeah, no, I'm passing." No,
really?
I make that in a couple months, so I'm fine.
You can make this in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. It's stupid.
Guys, come on. He's
scared.
He's just scared. Yeah,
I quit. I quit.
I'm not doing it. It's dumb. Whee! Yay!
That's what she said.
The gayest thing I've ever seen.
I think
we've talked about it. Yeah.
Two of my brothers hate Joy.
Oh, I love Joy.
As long as it doesn't cost you
my
money.
Joy.
You're a joy killer.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah, boy.
So
Rudy, did you have some runs you wanted to try this week?
I did. Yeah, hit me, hit the music.
Oh boy, I haven't done it in a while.
The runs are back, baby. Isn't that the end of my runs? Or is that
Yeah,
the
I know.
beginning?
That's why I cut it off there, but whatever.
I don't know. This is kind of a half-assed runs thing, but I was just going through Twitter earlier today. Got a couple things. Torpedo bats hit the MLB. What do you guys think of those?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get through them all. I got to run them, and then we can flush them. Cory Booker filibustered for 25 hours. Dave Coulier is cancer-free. Cut it out. Right?
He had
Anthony
surgery?
Edwards. He had his cancer cut out, right? I don't know. And Anthony Edwards, child support situation. He asked the judge if he can just give all 216 months of child support up front. He doesn't want anything to do with the mama or the kid. And yeah, man.
You might explain who Anthony Edwards is.
Yeah, I'm picturing
not
ER.
the guy from Revenge of the Nerds that says this line. Dang it, I had it right here.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it. Take forever.
That's what she said.
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
That's
not
Anthony
that
Edwards.
not that Anthony Edwards. I'm talking about Ant-Man in the NBA, 23-year-old phenom for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, he wants to give all his child support up front. Doesn't want anything to do with the kid or the mama. So those were the runs I had written down.
I didn't know that was an option. No, just sorry. Go ahead.
I would have. No, I'm done. Which kid would you have liked to have paid child support up front for and never seen again?
It wasn't the kid.
Quentin.
Anywho. Torpedo bats. Okay, why? How is this the first time that this is happening? Since it's illegal and it's always been legal. Like, how are we just now figuring out? Let's just put more bat there. Like, it just blows me away. Like,
I'm shocked as well. I'm like, surely I must have missed something. Why has this not been thought of before?
Yeah.
It feels a little more seedy because it was the Yankees. Like, are we sure they're not cheating? I know it's not cheating. I know it's legal, but it's just
because nobody else did it.
Well, because I guess it was invented or created by. They came up with it in-house at the Yankees. They employ some sort of physicist or some sort of scientist who was developing these things for them. And it's just funny to me that, like you said, it's suspicious because it's coming from the Yankees. And to me, it's kind of thing where it's like, oh, we got these cool bats, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, what the hell's going on with the Yankees? And everyone's looking at them and pointing fingers like, oh, you guys could do it too. Like, it seems like a very why wasn't this started at a bigger level instead of?
So this guy right here is not an MIT scientist. In fact, I did poorly in all my science classes. But I do know that if you put more wood on the end of the bat and
that's
make
what
that
she said.
part fatter, that's probably a good idea if you're trying to get a hit.
Well, yeah, but I think you don't want to throw off. It's still got to feel the same way for the batter. I think. I don't think you want to throw off.
You guys are nasty.
I don't know. I feel like mom right now. What do you guys?
Just keep talking about it feeling better. Keep talking about it feeling better.
I think the batters want to hold their wood in their hands and feel
That's what she said.
It's got to feel very, fluid, and it's got to feel like they always have. Yeah. Otherwise, they call that the stranger.
Woo! It was a rusty trombone. Anyway,
no,
it's like football. It's like in football, like the first team to throw the forward pass. Like, well, you could always have done it, but we just decided to do it all of a sudden. Like, why weren't these other teams thinking like, hey, yeah, let's try that too?
Well, with your bad knee, Ed, you shouldn't throw anybody.
Again, I don't think you want to throw because baseball players are like creatures of habit since they have to do this every day, so many times a day. So I think you don't want to. I think it takes a lot to get somebody to change their bat because again, they don't know they're used to how their other bat feels. So you throw off their thing. If you,
I feel like if the Royals don't have 15 of these bats in their dugout, they're doing something wrong at this point.
I think everyone's going to at least try it. Like maybe it doesn't work for everybody, but
I think they said Ellie De La Cruz is using them too, and he had 2 home runs last night. He's like, yeah. So I
mean, yeah, I think everybody should at least try it. And why wouldn't you?
It is just weird that it just all of a sudden, and like they didn't tell. How come they didn't tell anybody they were using?
Yeah,
them?
that's
like,
the other thing is why did we not hear anything about this leading up to it?
Torpedo bats, but I don't know.
What else was that? Oh, Coulier,
hey. Cancer free.
I didn't know he had cancer. What kind of cancer was it? You know,
the bad kind, the yucky kind. I don't know. I should have had more
cancer.
Have you seen 50-50? I should pick the better known movie, but
I have seen that movie. I think
it's a great movie. It's very funny. It makes
speaking of funny. You can close out my runs because speaking of Seth Rogen, who was in 50-50, you guys got to watch this. You guys got to watch The Studio on Apple TV with Seth Rogen.
Is it a movie?
It's a TV show. There's only 2 episodes out. The 3rd episode comes out tomorrow or probably tonight when I'm done. It is by far his best work ever. Better than Superbad. It is so good. Like,
but what about 50-50?
I don't remember. I remember watching it, but I don't remember it.
It's a very good movie.
Yeah, The Studio. Let me just give you a little sneak peek. Like I said, there's only 2 episodes, which I think episode 2 might be even better than episode 1. But basically, Seth Rogen takes over a movie studio. He's going to now be the head of this movie studio. And he's a guy that's always loved movies growing up, and he likes to make really good movies. But Hollywood is BS. And so when he takes over, and I won't tell you whose cameos or what, but his first job, they got the rights to Kool-Aid, and they're going to make a Kool-Aid movie. It's so good, man. It's so good. Great cameos. What he does with Kool-Aid movie or whatever, it's just really good.
He was promoting it. I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't seen it yet, but he's promoting it on Colbert the other day. And he was just telling the stories, like pretty much all the episodes are based on, or the whole show pretty much is based on like real stuff that's happened to them or people they've known or whatever. Because he was just telling some short stories or that then they end up portraying on the show. And it's like, oh, that sounds really hilarious. And like how some people in their lives know clearly like that's supposed to be me. And then other people are saying that, taking credit, like that's supposed to be me. It's like, oh, that has nothing to do with you at all. But
cameos are great. Episode 2, like I said, was probably the best one of the 2. And they're both really good. But God, it's so good. You guys literally, you have to go watch it. Like that's it.
That's your recommendation for this week, huh?
That is my recommendation. It is incredible. Great show. So, and I will say, you recommended last week the Greg Maddox documentary.
Yes.
So in searching for that, I landed on a George Brett documentary that I hadn't seen yet.
MLB Network.
MLB Network, yeah. And I remember people talking about it, but I don't have MLB Network. But
Same.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. And so I watched the George Brett one first. That was incredible because I know that more firsthand. Like I remember those games and stuff. But then I went on to the Greg Maddox one, which was phenomenal. Like you said, that was really good too. So that was really good. But anyways, The Studio is my recommendation. And I know I just jumped into those, but what did you guys, anything?
The only thing I saw this week was Paddington in Peru. That's what we went to the movies to see. That's good. I mean, it's the 3rd Paddington movie, and the first 2 are so good.
I couldn't get through them.
I hear the first 2 are amazing, and I want to watch them just because.
I want to hear.
I went back and rewatched the first one after seeing this one.
I couldn't get into it. Like I got maybe 5 or 10 minutes in, and had to give it
It's a little highbrow for you, probably.
Well, as we discussed, like
Paddington Bear,
I can't get Macy into a movie theater anymore. Like she used to be my like movie partner. Her and Manny's a grown up now, and he's busy. But Macy, I can't get into a movie theater because she's so used to coming here and watching like the little short reels on YouTube, like literally like 30-second clips, minute-long clips. She won't watch a movie, and so like I asked her, why don't we go see Snow White? You want to go see Snow White? No interest. She said she would be willing to go see the Minecraft movie with me on Friday.
Oh, that's horrible.
It. Anything other than I just want to get her into a movie. Like I just want to go see a movie and eat popcorn. I don't care about the movie. I'm going to eat popcorn and fall asleep. Which I guess I could do that here, but anyway. Yeah, so she's slightly interested in the Minecraft movie, but I asked her about Paddington, which we haven't seen the first two, and she's no way. Which she is 10, so I guess whatever. But
yeah,
yes. So how does Paddington in Peru compare to the first two?
It feels like the sequel, like the second one. There's people that say that that's better than the first one. I wouldn't go that far, but they're equal. They're like,
So
Star
I've heard
Wars
that.
Empire.
I heard part 2 is better than 1, and I haven't started 1 because I really just want to see 2. But
I think 1 is better than 2, but those are both of like equal quality. This one's a little bit down, like a sequel would be. They recast the mom, and they don't like mention it. These movies are pretty self-referential, pretty winking at the camera every once in a while. Sure. No mention that there's just a brand new mom. And they're both well-known actors. The first one was Sally Hawkins, who is an Oscar-nominated actress. Like they're British production, so they're British actors and actresses. But and then this time it's Emily Mortimer from The Newsroom. But it's just weird to me that you would recast and not even mention it. But it was funny. It has its moments. It's
Did you see the YouTube clip of the person that was defacing the the Paddington statue in wherever it's at? Is it in London or something?
I think I heard about that, but I don't know if I saw any pictures or anything.
There's a picture. They recovered the statue, and it's sitting in the front seat of a police car. So it just looks funny because it looks like Paddington's sitting in the police car.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it. I like that as a trilogy. Who knows if there'll be more? But I mean, 3 movies, like it's pretty good. Three solid movies.
Like The Godfather, except for part 3. But what about you guys? Anything, Bob, Jamie?
Go ahead, Bob.
No, I just really nothing except continuing to watch The White Lotus, finish season 2, and just now getting ready to start season 3. So looking forward.
I got to finish the first episode, season 1, episode 1. I'm still in the middle of that episode. I've just been busy, I guess, but here it's good. So
one quick thing too about my movie experience with Vanessa is, so this is the second time she's gone to the movie theaters. Well, the second time I've taken her to the movie theater. She went once with her granny, but the first time we got popcorn and stuff. We got just like a little whatever. This time, because it was my birthday month, I got a free large popcorn, so I got it, and me and her, the two of us, she loves popcorn, and I still love it, but it hurts my stomach, so I can't eat it, and I still do, but I shouldn't. Anyway, we did what we normally do. We ate the whole large bucket, and as we're getting to the bottom, I'm like, some of this isn't as good. It's a little burn or whatever. I don't know how to tell her, because the movie's going. We're watching the movie. I don't know how to tell her, just stop eating it, because we're gonna get a refill and get fresh. Like don't fill yourself up. She eats every little kernel in the whole bucket. It's so bone dry. And then I go and I refill it, and I don't think she knew. Like, I told her, but I don't think she realized it, because then when we got home, I overheard her telling Kaylee, because Kaylee stayed home with Nathan so he could nap. I overheard her tell Kaylee, and then Dad went and got a whole second popcorn. Like, she was so surprised, and like, I don't know why. He just went up there and he just got another popcorn. Like that's what we do.
Yeah, Dad's kind of a hog. Dad's kind of a hog, honey. Yeah.
It's all for her. I mean, she's working on it a little bit at a time.
Yeah. I
not
didn't
only
see.
Dad, but her uncles are hogs too. So.
Yeah, it runs in the family. The bloodlines are strong.
Yeah, Tomas laughs every time we start talking food, because it doesn't take us long to start talking food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run a train on these chicken fingers. I'm just gonna be like, nom, 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 nom.
Any recommendations, Jamie?
I didn't really watch anything. I watched. I don't have any recommendations. I was disappointed in the Mufasa movie. Didn't really care for it. Didn't really care. It's a little bummed out. But yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like the Lion King, the remake of the Lion King with the.
I don't either. I think the cartoons are way better.
I thought this might be better than that because my problem with the live action Lion King is that it's already telling a story that you know every beat of, and it's not interesting because the animals are just National Geographic and the voices are happening over them. I don't even remember if their mouths move, but they
I
don't
think their
emote.
mouths moved.
Okay, but they don't emote. They don't show emotion when they're angry or when they're happy, like a cartoon would. So it's like listening to the soundtrack of The Lion King over National Geographic. And I thought maybe Mufasa would be better because at least this is a story that we don't know every beat of, but maybe not.
It is a poor story. Poor story.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
So I won't check that out.
But no, the White Lotus, Bob, it's good stuff. I think we touched on it before we started recording that it takes a while to get going. But I'm talking the third season of it, and about the third or fourth episode, it gets pretty good, and it gets really creepy and odd by like episode 6 or so.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Bobby likes some creepy.
All right. Well,
anyway,
do we have an award winner?
I don't know if we have an award winner. I've got a clip. Award winner. Quit acting stupid. How about Morgan Wallen? Although I don't know if he was acting stupid. I mean,
I feel
Saturday
like
Night Live has been. He knows. Yeah, he has.
But his track record shows that he acts stupid quite a bit.
He's a douche.
Sure.
Can we agree here? He's a douche.
And I don't know the exact quote, but there is a quote that Kenan Thompson gave about the incident too, because he made it sound like there wasn't a big, like he didn't know why he did it. Like it seemed like everything was fine. Right. Although you mentioned too, like the cast was way, but like there was a huge distance.
It looked weird when they came back, and when they came back, he was talking. He was saying something to the host, but I couldn't make it out.
Why don't you explain what happened?
Basically, so Saturday Night Live at the end for Good Nights, the whole cast comes on stage along with the host and the musical guest. The host thanks everyone, says it's been a great week, blah blah blah, thanks, good night, that kind of thing. And then the credits roll and everybody kind of mingles and they hug and they shake hands and they talk and whatever. But this time the cast was way in the background. It was just the host and Morgan Wallen, who was the musical guest, up front. And she said her good nights thanks to Morgan Wallen. She didn't thank the cast, by the way, but whatever.
Who is she?
Who was the host?
What's her name? Madison. Mikey Madison. She just won Best Actress at the Oscars, but she's pretty young.
She's real hot. She's real hot right now. Yeah, she's like Hansel. Like Hansel. Yeah, she's real hot right now. But anyway, so she said her good nights and hey, thanks to Morgan Wallen, blah blah blah, and then credits started rolling, and Morgan Wallen just walked straight towards the camera and off the stage and left, and the cast was back there. And what did she do? She just kind of stood there. I think she shook his hand when he left, and then I think she moved to the rest of the cast. Did she turn around and go to the rest of the cast?
I believe so. Yeah.
It just looked awkward for somebody who watches every episode and watched it for the last, however long I've been alive. It was awkward and weird. And then he shortly after posted on his Instagram that it was a picture of his plane and it said, "Get me back to God's country," which I assume he means the South with the whites. But I don't know.
And that's the part that Kenan in his quote was referring to a lot that's what bothered him was the God's country comment, like insinuating that they're heathens and that this isn't, God doesn't like them or New York or cities or whatever it is. So he took offense to that. But I don't know. My guess is because it's the reason the good nights and everything is such a big thing is because they've been working on a show for a whole week, and there's so many people that so many hours that go into making every show every week. So there is like a relief that, we did another one. We got this one done, that's natural. I think like, even if you're a player who doesn't get in many sketches, like you're still there all week. I think the musical guest is there for a few days. Like,
I think they come in on like Wednesday or something from what I hear.
But if this tool doesn't show up until like Friday, he's not.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And So.
And my thing too is like, so this thing has taken place in New York for 50 years. that's what it's obviously live from New York.
You knew that before you accepted it.
Exactly. Why did you accept it? Now, apparently he was signed on to be the musical guest during COVID, and they told him because he wasn't, they had strict regulations when they were doing the show during COVID. And there was Instagram videos of him out partying like the night before, and they told him, don't come. They found somebody else to replace him because he wasn't adhering to the COVID protocols or whatever, because he was out mingling with other people and stuff. And so they've already kind of had him on and canceled him before. And so this is like his return, I guess, but it's really his first time. But
they rebooked. He got rebooked after that, which I remember thinking.
Oh,
like,
did he?
Oh, yeah. Which I remember thinking like they put a good foot down, saying, "Hey, don't come. Don't bother." Blah blah. Right. But then it's like, yeah, just come back in a couple of weeks or whatever. And I thought that was kind of crappy.
That was my thought. Like, if you're that upset with the cast, the gay guy's been on the cast for how many years? Has Bowen Yang been on the cast? I mean, he's been on there for years. There's a gay guy on the cast. There's, whatever. There's black folks on the cast. I mean, you know who the cast is. Why are you accepting if that's something that you don't want to be a part of? I don't know. He had a publicist come out and say that it wasn't anything, but everybody's reading into it. But
I fast forwarded straight through because I do not care for him at all. I don't want to waste any time with him. So I fast forwarded straight through the performances. I heard that he did, and maybe this doesn't come across on the live show, but I heard that he didn't get quite as good a reception live in the room that maybe he would have expected, or maybe normally people get. And so maybe that might have, that
could have been, I know,
upset.
After his second performance, he gave a shout out to the Tennessee Volunteers and somebody else, but he said, it was a Go Vols after his song was over. But I didn't notice, I didn't pay attention. Usually if it's a musical guest, I don't care too much about. I'll like you kind of forward through it, or that's kind of when I check my phone or whatever. So I don't know, but quit acting stupid, Morgan Wallen.
All right.
All right. So,
you got a clip of the week?
I got a clip of the week. And
it's
April Fool's.
Related.
It's April Fool's. So, yeah.
Tonight, I'm Prank Sinatra.
No, you didn't play you are the worst prankster in the world. Every prank you do turns out either too big.
What is this? Did you register me as a sex offender?
Or too small.
How'd this blueberry get in here?
Woo! You should have saw your face. He did not see that coming.
It's good stuff.
I like the
Frank
sex
Sinatra.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just started recently watching those on my forklift. Sometimes I need something that I don't have to pay attention to, like White Lotus. I'm trying to focus on the show, but I've seen all these and all haven't run. And God, what a great show that is! So, and that's the first. I try to keep the clips to like movies, but Frank Sinatra is great for today.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
apropos.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap this sucker up. I first off need to apologize to all those that are watching and listening, and for that riveting conversation that I brought us to about mowing the yard. Anyway, in hindsight, I was like, that was the worst possible.
Our audience has come to expect it. There's a standard of quit acting stupid that they've come to expect.
Yeah, and I did uphold the standard today, and I feel I should. Absolutely.
Actually, that actually was kind of I would like to know who you think about while you mow, but other than that,
shall remain nameless.
I'm thinking like, can I throw out some names? Is it? I'm gonna throw out some old school names. But
anyway,
let's just sucker up. I'm gonna put a bow on this thing.
I gotta go, Mimi.
All right.
Until next time. Thank you for listening. For my brothers Jamie, Rudy, Andy, I'm Bobby saying, "Quit acting stupid."
Not to get into too much troubles, okay?